So yeah, let's moving on to topic two. TJ, what is your topic today?
Yeah, for Christmas, I have a $20 Steam gift card,
Nice.
and the Steam Winter Sale ends in like a day and a half now, or a day and 4 hours, or whatever.
Okay.
And I keep putting stuff into the cart and taking it out, so I don't know what to get.
All right.
It's a tough decision. I definitely want to get something before the Winter Sale ends because everything's like 75% off. But
Mm-hmm.
it's so hard to make a decision on Steam when there's 50 bajillion
Yeah,
games.
exactly. There's anything. Okay.
I didn't know
So
if you had any suggestions.
if
Yeah.
I had any suggestions, oh boy. Okay. Well, my wealth of PC knowledge and games. Um, I have a couple. I'm curious to know what has made it into your list, and then like you decided against it.
That's a good point. Let me pull up my Steam wish list here,
Mm-hmm.
which just also probably has a gorillion games on it now. It's
Well,
not very helpful. Um, yeah, so I've got a lot of turn-based stuff.
okay.
So I don't know. I was trying to get maybe a turn-based game, but like that's not going so well.
Mm.
Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't know if you heard of that game.
I've heard of it. I don't know much about it.
I had that game on there for a while, but then also like there's so many factors when it comes into PC gaming because like I don't have a big hard drive, so it's like,
Mm.
oh, that's 80 gigabytes, so now I'd have to delete a game to put this one on.
Yeah, it's the same conversation we've had with PS4 and Xbox One, and now next gen being PS5 and Xbox Series X. Jesus, got that right. Like, yeah, storage. These games keep getting bigger and bigger, and you're like, fuck, what?
Oh, here's one. Have you played Detroit Become Human? Have you ever
Yes.
played that game?
Yeah, I played it on stream. It was good. It was fun. One and done. You can do it multiple times because obviously all the different choice and dialogue. But yeah, I thought it was a very good story. We had fun with it. Yeah,
Is it very
strong.
like cyberpunky? Because that's the kind of reason that I was looking at it is because I'm all hyped up on the cyberpunk still. So
It's cyberpunk in a way of that it's like a future setting. I don't remember the actual timeline or year that it's taking place. But you, through the story, you will take the identity of three different androids, I guess. No, robots, just robots. Robots that like, they're becoming human.
oh,
And they're kind of, learning to do things for themselves or that they have free will, I guess you could say. So you're kind of taking the possession or whatever you want to call it. I don't remember the exact term, but you're going through their stories. And obviously, at some points, they will intersect and whatnot. And it's a choice heavy style game. I'm trying to think of, okay, have you played.
his older games at all? The same studio or director, I
No,
guess.
like I think it was Heavy Rain
Heavy
was one.
Rain.
I have
Heavy
not.
Rain is the only one that I've played of his. With Jason, like that game.
Okay, yeah, I haven't played that one. But it's similar to like that, and obviously, and like Life is Strange. If you have played.
Okay, I haven't played Life is Strange.
Okay, so that's like a story. Oh, well, it's the same story, but it's all choice based narrative. So like
Hmm.
that's essentially what Detroit Become Human is. And yeah, based on your choices, certain things will happen. Some people will like you, some people won't. Blah blah blah, butterfly effect, etc. So
Yeah, that was one game on my list as well. Was Tell Me Why, which I think is the
it's the newest
same.
Don't Nod game, which I didn't know about until Game Awards, and I was like, oh, okay. And the funny thing is, the woman who accepted the award at Game Awards for Tell Me Why, I don't remember what it won for. I think it was something story related. She went to school with her, elementary through high school. I was like, holy shit! What? I had no
Oh
idea.
wow,
Yeah. Um, so I haven't checked out that one. Um,
it's really cool.
but yeah, those games are great. Life is Strange one. I think one is fantastic. Two is really good too. But I don't think it compares to one. So
Hmm.
if
Well,
that
I'm
makes sense.
also in just because I'm contrived and I want to make this as difficult as possible on myself. I'm like I'm probably not gonna get like buy another game for like months now, right? So I need like a camel game, it's gonna like hold me over. So I'm
Okay.
like, well, Tell Me Why looks good. I'm like, I'm probably gonna play through it once and then that's probably gonna be it.
Yeah.
So that's what's making this really hard. Is I'm looking for like replayable games or games that'll take forever,
Mm.
and that's always much more difficult to find one that you'll like.
Mm. Snacked in chat says Deus Ex Mankind Divided was dope. I haven't played any of the Deus Machina games or
Oh man,
Deus games, but
I have a Deus Ex Mankind Divided actually, and
oh,
I've
okay.
played 22 minutes of it. I could actually just play that game.
All right.
I also wanted to play the Human Revolution. It's like $3 right now in the winter sale, so I'll have to. That was like the game that came before it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Similar mechanics and also very cyberpunky. So I might actually. You know what? Let me just add that to the list.
All right.
That's a good one. For sure. What else did I have on here? Just random stuff. Oh, I had. Did you ever play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines?
I have not, but Jeff has. Jeff Reg, twitch.tv/Jeff Reg and Jeff Reg Gaming on YouTube. He's played it, and he played it on stream for a little bit. We were enjoying it. He hit a spot where he wanted to restart because me making choices, he wanted to do that with his chat. I kind of fucked him over and kind of ruined things unintentionally. But that's
you did like a two-place Pokemon type situation with it.
In a way, yeah. He would be like, "Okay, guys, what choice dialogue-wise are we making here?" So I think he was enjoying it. It just got to a point where, like I said, he wanted to restart. So it looked good. It looked all right. It looked fun.
Yeah, I was only slightly apprehensive too because apparently you need like a patch or like a mod to fix some of the bugs. But looked up doesn't seem that hard actually, even though I'm like completely illiterate when it comes to modding games.
Uh-huh.
So I might, if Jeff liked it, that's a pretty good recommendation then, because I seem to jive with a lot of his choices. So
Nice.
So there we go. We're up to $13 already. We're doing good.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't have to lock these in. I'm just I was just curious what candidates were. You know.
Horizon Zero Dawn was on the chopping room floor as well.
Dude, that is one for me. I'm like, yes. I forgot that just came to PC.
40, but I was willing to throw in the extra cash if it was like really good.
Okay. Well, okay.
It's 100 gigabytes though too.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of variables.
I highly recommend it. I think Horizon is great. I was late to the PS4 era, so I didn't play it like right when it came out. But when I did, that was a big one that I wanted it for. Stream that. I enjoyed the story so much that we kind of streamlined it. Like, it's kind of like Witcher in a way, or Fallout, where it's a big open world. You have obviously the main quest line, but then you have this thing you can go do, this base you can clear, this person you can talk to that gives you this thing, la 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 la, whatever. I streamlined the story so much that when I eventually got to the end, I was still on my basic ass bitch bow and arrow from the beginning. That end battle took so long. I didn't die, but man, there was a lot of combat rolling and just pink, pink, just little damages here and there. I loved it, and I'm looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West a lot. That's coming out eventually, the sequel. So personally, I think that game's great, and I started a replay where I was actually exploring everything because it's a game I want to platinum. Haven't played it in a while, but that's a big one for me. But like I said, with it being 40, I can understand because it's either that could be the game that you're playing a long while for because of how open it is and the story's great, but also I can understand you want like variety type thing, because what if you get it and you don't like it? Shit.
It's probably like or if it's kind of like The Witcher or like Fallout and stuff, like those are both games that I'll continue to play for forever. I'm on like my 5th Fallout 4 run and 6 Witcher run, so like I'll just continue to play those games. That was actually the most difficult thing that I had about the game, was like I couldn't really tell gameplay style what it was like. Was it more like like an Assassin's Creed game, like as far as the open world goes, or was it like that Mad Max game? I don't know if you played that, or if it was like Fallout. So.
It's okay, so it's similar. The reason I say it's similar to Witcher and Fallout is just because the open map and there's a lot to do. It is third person like Witcher and Assassin's Creed. It's not. Okay, maybe I should ask this. What about Assassin's Creed is kind of like deters you?
It seems like in Assassin's Creed, a lot of the actions and stuff seem the same.
Okay.
Like you're doing like the same thing over and over again. Like it's less like side quests and more just like side activities.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay. Gotcha.
Whereas like Fallout or The Witcher, like Fallout's like, oh, there's a different, specifically this one guy named Jerry that has a gun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the early Assassin's Creed, yeah, definitely are very repetitive. Fucking Assassin's Creed 1, every chapter is the same exact thing. It's just like, go eavesdrop here, go kill this guy, go do, yeah, it's very, very repetitive. Um, I think it's a little bit more like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't know if you watched me stream any of that or have seen that gameplay at all. And Valhalla New that's came out. I think it's more like that, where it is that, like you said, not as character specific, or like it is character. Sorry, it's not as repetitive, just generic tasks. Like I feel like there's a side quest where this guy lost his sister and his sister needs to be saved. There's a mission where this woman needs to go gather resources for her. There's this, there's that. And with the enemies, it's like wildlife, but they're like robot wildlife. There's a wide variety of them. So like how you tackle each of them essentially can be the same because you're using the same weapons, but they have different weak points. Their attacks are different. Like some you can do stealth wise, some you can recruit to be your allies to help you. Some are mounts, some are not mounts, some are big ass fucks, some are teeny tiny. Like I think there's enough variety in there.
Creativity as well, and like how you tackle the combat and stuff.
I think so. So you can either stealth it, you can do long range with the bow. There are melee weapons. As you progress with the society being advanced in technology, you'll discover more, advanced weaponry that you can use, whether it's explosive arrows or different types, or throwable items like grenades or etc. So there's that. So I don't know.
That's cool. I mean, that seems like it's right up my alley. Then that seems like it's speaking to me because I love being able to just like completely change the style of play and stuff that I do. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start playing stealthily now, just because. So
Gotcha.
Really, that sounds awesome.
Cool.
And everyone talks about that game a lot, so
yeah,
that's for sure. Let's see. Another game on there was Persona 4 Golden.
Okay. I don't know if the expert is available because she's reading right now. I need your Persona 4 Golden recommendation.
What?
That was a list on TJ's maybe playlist. I know you love Persona 4, so I wasn't sure if you wanted to come over here and give your 2 cents on why it's worth a buy or not.
No.
Okay. Guest stars.
I mean, it absolutely is.
She says it's a great game. She loves that
loved
game.
it. I would recommend it, but I don't want to.
I mean, that works enough for me. I love
Fair
the
enough.
music in Super Smash Brothers, at least. So.
Yeah, my only experience with Persona is 15 minutes of 5 and a couple hours of 3. Now, I really enjoyed what I played of 3, but I kind of hard locked myself out of it, unfortunately. Kate has played it a lot, and she loves it. And every time it comes up, like she's like, "Oh, you got to play it." And it's sitting there over there in my shelf to be played. So one day. But yeah, that's the only experience I can give. She says yes, definitely worth a buy.
I'm like a weird like contrarian. I like very bizarre games and stuff. So I got really into the SMT franchise in general, like the Shin Megami Tensei games.
Yep.
I like the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games like Nocturne and stuff like that, but I'm just kind of, or even 4 on the 3DS, but I just don't know if I want to play like a life sim game where I'm in high school. Like,
Fair.
I didn't like high school the first time. I don't want to go to Japanese high school. That's
Fair.
terrible.
Okay, well, maybe that goes down the list then.
Was it like a lot of that stuff, or you can never really tell?
From what I played of 3, yeah, it was a lot of time management. So like, you have to decide on whether you're going to go talk to this person, whether you're going to train, whether you're going to rest your energy. Like, I think that was why I got hard locked, is I was very under leveled with my personas to where I needed to go or get to by a certain time. And me not doing multiple save states, nor have I ever. Yeah, I was kind of SOL, and yeah, that's where I was at. So, like I said, it was enjoyable, but yeah, you definitely have to time manage like what you're gonna do when. The
That whole sentence would stress me out alone.
fair enough.
That's actually why I like turn-based games a lot. It's because I'm like, I'm terrible at time management, so I can take an hour on this turn if I want to and stare at my character.
hmm
So maybe not that one, but actually.
Have you played the Disgaea series at all?
I tried. There was one on the PlayStation Vita because
Okay.
I was one of the 12 people that had a Vita. I don't remember which one that was, but I liked that game a lot. But also, I didn't at the same time. So I like grid-based, turn-based strategies, but that's more off of the Final Fantasy Tactics model,
hmm
where it's like in a cube with like different elevation.
Yeah.
And I'm more of the school of like Advanced Wars or Final Fantasy Fire Emblem
Ah,
style, where everything's kind of level. It's not really the elevation; it's more like out. If
gotcha.
that makes any sense.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So
All right.
I like them enough though. They're pretty good. I know everyone who plays those Disgaea games, like they're like, I played it for 57,000 hours and I lost my house. So like
You have to. Yeah. I've jumped into 5 a bunch of different times, and it's enjoyable. I originally watched my friend Dio stream it. That's why I wanted to grab it. I think the strength of 5 is the characters, the main characters. They're just so funny. Like there's the main hero who's like this, emo punk dude who's all down on himself, and then there's this crazy girl that crushes on him the whole time. There's these tough guys who are like wrestlers. They're all, ooh, macho man, yeah, like they got the voice and everything, and I just thought it was hilarious. But yeah, the game, like obviously the character customization of the different classes and what you can do and how you're fighting with them, but other than that, it's a lot of grinding and stuff like that, which can be good. But sometimes you're just like, I don't want to play this level for the 200th time in a row. Can I please do something different? Like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't know why my brain just does not work with those cube-based tactics games. For some reason, I never understand the elevation
fair enough.
until it's. I guess the last main game, looking at my list here, that I would have a question about is Control. That's exactly at 20. But I don't
Okay.
know apprehensive on it.
All right. Once
But
again,
I don't know if you played it.
twitch.tv/JeffReg and JeffReg Gaming on YouTube. This man loves Control. That was his game of the year for 2019. It would have been his game of the year for 2020 if DLC was included in that bracket, but it wasn't. That man loves Control. So if you want an expert opinion, I would definitely go talk to Jeff about it. He streamed it. Lady and I watched it. Personally, we didn't think it was like great. Like it was fine. But I don't know, maybe we were just half paying attention. We didn't know the story that was going on or whatever it was. But graphically, it looks good. Gameplay runs smoothly. Stuff like that. So, I don't know. That's up in the air.
I love that studio. They made Alan Wake, I think. And Alan Wake is like one of my like top 50 all-time games for sure. I love Alan Wake.
Okay.
It's a fantastic.
Okay.
So I guess I'm a little mad at them for not making like Alan Wake 5 or whatever. Just continue.
Well, there are some. I don't know if it's connected, but there are some references. And then in the DLC, there is an Alan Wake expansion or DLC segment.
Oh.
So, yeah. So,
Okay, you might have sold me on Control then, but also I'll try and watch some VODs of Jeff if he has them up or on his YouTube channel.
yeah, he should have them on YouTube. That man puts everything on YouTube, so that should be there. But cool. Yeah, the only other recommendations I can make, like I said, my Steam experience is limited. You already have Among Us, and you're loving that, so that's good. Don't Starve is a great one that I like. It's kind of like a sandboxy survival out in the woods, cartoony, like Tim Burton-esque type style game.
It's hard.
It can be. It's a big learning curve, especially because like they don't handhold. It's like you gotta discover everything yourself and learn what it's about. But that can be fun. There is also a multiplayer version of the game, Don't Starve Together, so you can play with friends. Another one, cat time. Another one I would recommend is Party Hard.
Oh, what's that?
It's I want it not 8-bit, but it's like that 16-bit style. Top down, you're a murderer that just goes to different parties or different events, and your goal is to kill everyone at the party without getting caught by the cops. So there's different things in the environment that you can use to your advantage, or you can just stab people. There is a second game. I haven't played it, but Party Hard 1's really fun. If you're into Roller Coaster Tycoon and those type of games, Planet Coaster is a lot of fun.
Is that Roller Coaster Tycoon in space?
Not exactly. So it's the makers of it's the makers of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but they split off and did their own thing. So this is their version. And it's once again very sandboxy, obviously, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon is. There's no story or like objective things to like go after, so it's literally just sandbox create. And you can get really expansive and creative with these things. Like it's essentially 3D modeling with all the tools that they give you. Like if you want to pivot, make things bigger, scale it, whatever, to create the environment or create the paths or whatever it is. You can obviously use buildings that people have made either in the Steam Workshop or the ones provided in the game if you want, and just make parks that way. Or if you want to get full hands-on, you can spend a lot of hours in there. Let's see. If you want a fun one to play with your girlfriend, maybe Super Bunny Man is a dumb one.
Was that the one where you're like your legs are like locked in a weird shape and you have to like?
Yeah, you're dudes in bunny suits and you have to get to the end of the level without dying.
Oh my god! I think I watched the Game Grumps play that. Maybe.
Okay.
Let me look this up now. Super Bunny Man.
Kate and I have
Yeah,
had a
that
lot of
was
fun with it. Kate and I have had a lot of fun with that one.
Man.
Let's see.
Might play it, but definitely not with my girlfriend. She will break up with me so hard.
And then another one, I haven't played it yet, but I've had it downloaded for a while, is Katana Zero. I've heard a lot of good things about that game. Ninja game, once again, like platformer, eliminate all the bad guys. If you die, you don't die. It's like you planning it out in your head. So when you die, it's like, oh no, that plan wouldn't work, and you like rewind back to where you were, kind of thing. Before the level.
Story? I've seen the rewind like in the preview. I didn't know that was the
Yeah, so the story is he's like planning it in his head, like how he's gonna attack. So if you fail, you don't die. You just reset and redo it. Yeah. So I've heard good things. But
side scroller Hotline Miami in a way, kind of. At least just
I think
like the vibe. Like
I think so. Yeah. So those would be my recommendations. But yeah, there's a lot of good games you talked about, and you'll have to study up before you make your decision.
Oh yeah, I'll spend the next day like I did before on YouTube and watching reviews and all this stuff. But, no, I appreciate it. You definitely helped me out. Got me a lot closer to it. So
good. I'm glad.
Because Zero is on sale. Okay.
Nice.